Hey there, everyone. Welcome to a special edition of the Birds Nest Podcast. I'm Joe Donahue. Thank you so much for joining us. We are on location at the finish line of the Broad Street Run. It's one of the largest events in the city of Philadelphia every year. It's a 10-mile race from North Philadelphia all the way down to the Navy Yard, all the way down Broad Street.
This year, the Broad Street Run attracted over 40,000 runners, 45,000 as announced from the stage at the event during the award ceremony. For some people, it was their first time coming out.
First time.
One time.
Oh, yeah, it was mine.
This is my first.
For others, it's been 4 or 5 or more times.
I've run it 3 times and then 1 time virtually, so.
This is number 5.
Once 20 years ago, last year, and then today.
Each person had different reasons for running the race this year.
Just the fact of a challenge and the camaraderie, the excitement level on Broad Street is awesome.
FOMO, everybody else was doing it, so I want to do it too.
I just kind of got into running like this past year. I did the half marathon, and I just wanted to keep at it.
Runners begin the 10-mile, mostly downhill race up at Broad and Fisher in the north section of Philadelphia, right by Central High School. They finish the race at the Navy Yard in South Philly at Broad and Farragut, along the way catching such sites as Temple University, City Hall, and the Sports Complex, among other places. Since the race was at capacity for the first time since the pandemic, the 40,000-plus runners didn't have any shortage of support from the Philadelphia residents, who lined the streets of Broad Street cheering on the runners.
Yeah, every time I do it, I think my favorite miles is at the start you have a bunch of people singing for you, and then you hit Temple and there's the marching band, and then really between miles 4 all the way to miles 7, there's just endless amounts of people cheering for you. So it's actually the most fun, when the race is hardest, it's the most fun time. And then you finish and there's just people upon people cheering. They don't know who you are, and it's the culture that makes it a ton of fun.
I like the University of Temple band. That was my favorite, mile 3-ish.
I always like going around City Hall, so.
People on the sides of the race was nice. Never ran an actual race, so
No, same.
it's a little easier to keep going with everybody there.
I appreciate the crowd, man.
And then a lot of energy in South Philadelphia. So that energy just kind of fuels you just when you need it the most.
Cherry Hill resident Kevin McDonnell won the race for the men at 47 minutes and 33 seconds, making him the first American to win the Broad Street Run since 1994. Since he's from Cherry Hill, the city also awarded a First Philadelphian award to Joe McGuire, who finished the race in 49 minutes and 42 seconds. Amber Zimmerman finished first in the women's category at 52 minutes and 52 seconds, making her the first American and first Philadelphian to also finish the race for the women.
So race day is always a fun day. It brings all kinds of people, and it celebrates the city of Philadelphia and the people, the 45,000 runners that have run the Broad Street Run today. So a huge congratulations to everybody who made it through. Today is just one of those days where we get to celebrate the city of Philadelphia and its people. So thank you so much for tuning in to the Birds Nest Podcast. I'm Joe Donahue. Make sure you give us a like and subscribe right here on YouTube, as well as share to your social media pages. You can also find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify, and the Odyssey app. Please visit birdsnestmedia.com for additional Eagles and NFL coverage. And if you feel so inclined to support more endeavors like this one, getting us out on the road, you can always feel free to visit our Patreon page, which you can find in the description or at birdsnestmedia.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. Congratulations to the city of Philadelphia, and let's go Eagles.